So the first thing is I'll ask you is what was your game plan going into this game? Like what path are you thinking of doing, and why were you doing that path?
Usually I just go bot to top because I feel like my top laners just in this elo, like they are pretty egotistical. Like not all of them provide me leash. Bot is usually more lenient in providing leash, so I just usually go bot to top.
Okay, let me tell you to
And
change that attitude though. Because I agree that a lot of top laners will not leash you, right? But you don't need a leash. I'll be honest, you don't need a leash. So you can start top just fine, especially Warwick. I don't know if you main Warwick when you jungle or you play a lot of other junglers. I think you said you played Sejuani too.
no, I don't.
Um, but I mean, really,
I
most junglers are fine starting above without a leash. So a leash is kind of a luxury. You should think of it as a luxury as a jungler. You don't need it. You don't need it. So
I just felt sorry. Can I go ahead?
no, go ahead. What did you want to say something?
Yeah, I felt like Kate Morgana was like a strong lane than my FL Karma.
Yeah,
And I
true.
felt like Kate
Well,
is usually weaker early game, so I just thought this would be
I'd say they're
good.
both pretty. It's pretty close. But for sure, Kale is weaker than Timo. Yes. Um,
So yeah, I just thought
well, let me. Okay, but did you finish? I'm sorry, I kind of cut you off. Did you finish? Was that your plan that you want to start bot because you're not going to get a leash top? And do you have any other reasoning why you're starting bot?
yeah, just like my bot lane seemed weaker. Like I didn't have like a hard CC. Like Karma has only like one CC that's like conditional.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Kale is usually weaker early game, so I just thought bot to top would be a good idea here.
Okay, but like Timo has no CC either, right?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he doesn't have CC, but I have my fear, and he has like an ignite advantage. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you have pretty good thinking. Honestly, I'll say. I'll tell you. Okay, sorry, and please finish. So, any other reasonings you have for your path?
Because mostly other junglers also path bot to top, and I thought maybe I could get, even if I could not get a gank here, maybe I could win 1v1 with Trundle. I'm not sure. I might lose it. I might win it. It's like a close one, so I can't.
Yeah, that's actually close. Trundle versus Warwick is actually pretty close. They're both really good at 1v1s. I don't actually know.
So actually looking back, I thought I should have gone an AP champ because Trundle steals your AD. So yeah,
That's
as soon
true.
as the match
But
started, I was like, shit, I
yeah,
should have gone an
but
AP.
the problem if you go AP is then Timo, you and LeBlanc would be AP and Karma. So if Danny builds MR, like if Trundle just builds MR, your team will do no damage. Only Ezreal, and he's not reliable because he can miss his
Yeah,
keys,
yeah,
right? So no, I
I
think
know.
AD is fine. You
Okay.
you play for the comp, generally speaking, not just for the jungle. So your pick is fine, I think.
Okay. Do you
I
want
mean,
to put it on me? Something like that?
yeah. Let me tell you my thinking. So actually, you know, I like your path actually, but I'll give you other reasons why I like your path. So bot to top is fine. The reason it's fine is not because you're gonna kill Kale. It's because you're gonna protect Timo. You're gonna protect Timo. If that makes sense. Yeah. Because the way Kale lanes usually work is Kale is very very weak early game, so she loses to
Yeah.
like everybody, including Timo. And Timo's really strong early actually. So really strong early Timo, really weak early Kale. So what happens when in this kind of lane is usually the stronger laner will push in the weaker laner. I mean, you play lanes too, so you kind of know. The stronger laner will
Yeah.
push in the weaker laner. So generally speaking, Timo will be pushing while Kale will just be farming near her tower, which means you cannot gank Kale, right? She's under her tower. But what that also means is that Timo is pushing, so Trundle will probably come and gank Timo, right? So that's why I like you going top, is that you can protect your Timo and help him win top. Like he wins if no jungler comes, but there's a good chance that Trundle will go top. So you go top too to protect him. You can protect him by just counter ganking, being there. You can spot out Trundle, or you can also protect him by using your ward. You know, you have your ward. You can give him a ward, and you know Trundle's ganks are pretty bad. So if you can see Trundle, then Timo doesn't have to be scared really. So yeah, that's why I like your plan. Yeah.
Actually, that's exactly what happened in this game. So
Okay,
I
yeah.
spoiler, but
I don't know if
yeah.
you were thinking that though, so I'm just trying to like I agree with your plan, but I'm just giving you extra reasons why I like your plan that
Mhm.
you're going top.
Yeah. Actually, another off-topic question, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like, if my Timo is like around here and
Yeah.
Kale's around here, so like Timo's like pretty, I would say,
Slightly pushed,
bit
right?
across the river.
Yeah.
And suppose like I'm doing like a full clear, and I think Trundle just goes level 3 top. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Because
You're-
I cannot get.
You skip your camp. You drop a ward, then you go back and DG your camp.
No, but if Trundle is right here and I'm doing my Raptors, suppose
Oh, at
Trundle
that
level
you
3
mean
strong.
you already see Trundle?
I see Trundle over here, Timo's here, Kale's here, I'm at my Raptors. What am I supposed to do here? Like, even if they like start, like Timo starts backing off, am I supposed to leave my Raptors?
It's your judgment, so you have to see. Do you think Timo can get out? I mean, Timo probably can get out because, like I said, Trundle and Kale's ganks they're pretty bad. Trundle has pretty bad ganks, especially against the Timo. So even if Trundle ganks Timo, there's a good chance Timo's fine. There's a good chance Timo is fine. So I mean, I would have to see the situation. So if it happens in this replay, I can tell you. But if not, like again, it really depends, right? Like, what if Timo is full HP and Kale is low HP? Then if Kale's full HP, there's many factors that changes the answer. So I can't give you an answer now until I see.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Makes sense.
But ideally, like if you think Timo is getting ganked, like even if you don't see Trundle, then you actually you skip your camp first. You go give him a ward, and then you can go back and do your camp. Yeah, like that's the strategy.
Okay.
Like let's say you do blue Grump Wolves, and then Timo is pushing. So you notice that Timo is vulnerable. Then instead of doing Raptors, you just after Wolves you go straight top. You drop a ward, then you can do like Krugs or something. You do a different like that kind of clear.
But then, if I do that, then I'm late for level 4, and
Yes,
I can't.
Yes, you're late for level 4.
Got
So this strategy is basically because you're investing in your Timo, right? You're not. There's different strategies, right? You can invest in different lanes. Like you could start red buff and try to gank bot. That's investing in bot. But you chose to start blue buff, so you're basically investing in Timo from that choice. There's another thing we didn't talk about yet, actually, which is mid lane. And I think mid lane is really a good option for you as well because, if we didn't talk about it, but think about LeBlanc and Cassiopeia. LeBlanc, one of the best mid laners to gank for because LeBlanc has a dash and then she has the root and she has a lot of damage, right? So LeBlanc has a lot of gank setup. Like she can set up the jungler like you for a gank. So that basically that would be my game plan. My game plan would be start blue buff like you do, go topside. I don't know what you would clear. It really depends on the game situation. Basically, it depends on Timo's wave. Like, is he pushing or what is Timo doing with the wave? You can't control what he does, but you can react to what he does. So it depends what Timo does. You have to judge. Do you need to guard him or not? If you need to guard him, then skip a camp and go give him a ward or possibly counter gank him. The Trundle, right? Then after that, you can do your camps, or you can look. I would say always look to gank mid. Always look to gank mid, even after level 3. So actually, you do blue, Gromp, Wolves. You could gank mid after that. You have to look at it. Again, it depends on the game, right? Like the waves. But that would be my plan. Constantly gank mid, guard Timo, and kind of like ignore bot lane. That's kind of the plan.
Okay.
Based on the matchups we see, right? Like we already talked about top and bot, right? You said bot looks kind of hard to gank. It's Caitlyn, Morgana. Karma has no Ezreal Karma, not much setup. So we don't really care about them for now, at least in the early game. And then we talked about top lane. Timo is strong, Kayle is weak, so we kind of care about that, not in the ganking sense, but in the protecting sense. So I don't know if you do this as a jungler, but junglers have another role other than ganking, which is protecting your laner. In this case, you're playing the protector for Timo, and then mid lane you're playing the ganker because LeBlanc is very good at setting you up. Right? She dashes in, she lands her E, you come in, right? You also have your E, like you can do a lot of things to the Cassiopeia, possibly. Yeah. And then okay, but I didn't. Sorry, did you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't answer your question before. You asked about the you're gonna be late to level 4, right? If you help Timo like that, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, like level 4 really doesn't matter. I mean, at least for Warwick. So every champion's different. But for Warwick, all you need is level 3. Like, you don't need level 4. Like, it's not the end of the world that you're level 3. Warwick is very strong at level 3. So, and at the same time, you're against the Trundle. Trundle does not farm very quickly. So his level 4 is pretty slow too, even if he full clears. So, don't worry that much about your level 4. Like, there are plenty of games where you can play the game level 3. Like, you can get level 4 kind of late, but if you do things with your level 3, it'll be worth it. Like the things I told you. Like, if you protect your Teemo, if you gank Cassiopeia, you're level 3, and maybe one of those is successful. That's worth delaying your level 4. You don't need level 4. It doesn't do anything for you. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, one more thing about mid lane. It's another off-topic question.
Go ahead. Yeah, sure.
I usually don't like ganking mid lane because I feel it's too short of a lane to like the laner. Whenever they see me, they usually escape.
I know. Yeah. But that's why I said because the only reason I say mid lane in this game because it's LeBlanc. So you take who is in the mid lane. You have to take the champions into account. It's LeBlanc. LeBlanc easily sets you up, and not only is it LeBlanc, it's Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia has no dashes or anything, right? She has to flash away, or she has flash ghost technically. So good chance she lives, but you burn her flash on one gank, then the next gank will be successful if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So I generally speaking, mid lane is hard to gank, but in this case, you have LeBlanc, and they have Cass. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we change the game, let's say you have LeBlanc and they have they have Zed, then you still look at it like there's still possible for it. Yeah, that's a very skill intensive matchup, but less easy for you, right? It's harder to gank a Zed than it is to gank a Cassiopeia. So yeah. Really depends on the game.
I just look out for those Z's, W, and then I can.
Yeah. If you see him use the W, then it's free. Yeah. Okay. Should
I go play?
Yeah. So we have our plan now. Luckily your plan matches my plan. Right? We both agreed to start blue buff. Let's see, and then we'll see what you do.
No, FPS is really bad right now.
Yeah. So I like that word. Kind of because they have Morgana, so their level 1 is actually stronger than yours. Slightly.
Also, I feel like if I do not ward, none of my teammates will do, and sometimes the enemy just invades and kills some of us.
Yeah, actually, I could tell you other strategies without warding, because right now this ward is doing nothing because you guys are just standing here anyway, so this ward actually doesn't do anything. If you're afraid that they're going to invade, you see the bush above this bush, that one? You can stand there, or even go up. Can you, the next bush, show me, look at the next bush. No, up. No, go up. No, near your blue buff. Yeah, you can stand there. So when they come, you can see them. They won't see you, right? So if they invade you, you just walk out to your mid tower, and you're fine. So you don't actually need a ward here. It's just
the thing is, if I put a ward here, I need 10 seconds of spam thinking to tell my teammates to back off, otherwise they won't back off. That's the also thing in silver gold. Yeah.
That's just that's a low elo thing. That's not how.
I've seen put a ward here. I've seen 5 people invade and my ADC still dies here.
Oh yeah, you can't control that, but the same thing would happen if you didn't place the ward there, right? So either way, you don't need to place the ward there. Because remember what I said, you kind of want your ward for protecting Teemo. So if you ward now, you might not actually have it up in time. Your second ward might not be up in time to actually protect Teemo.
Okay. Yeah. So as a jungler, do I ever ward here or no?
Let me think. I mean, sometimes okay. Usually you ward there if they have very high threat champions like Blitzcrank. So if they have a Blitzcrank, you don't really want to even stand anywhere nearby. Then you just want to use your wards, yeah. But in this game, they don't really have very high threat. They have Morgana, but other than Morgana, nothing really. Morgana lands a binding, it doesn't mean you or your teammate will die, right? What happens after Morgana lands Q? Nothing. The rest of the champions are garbage on their team, so they're not too scary, if that makes sense. It depends how scary the enemy level 1 is. If they have Blitzcrank, Pantheon, and I don't know, what's the best AD carry? Ezreal's pretty good. Blitzcrank, Ezreal, Pantheon. Then you can be scared, and then you just place the ward and play it safe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys are invading. That's interesting. You can honestly. I mean, but like I don't see the point. I mean, you can. I mean, if you have 5 people, generally speaking, especially in low elo, if you have 5 people, then you probably win because most of the time the enemy doesn't have 5 people. Like, yeah, it's pretty rare for.
Like I've seen people just go AFK. Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, this is just a low elo thing. So like, in higher elo, you need to think about why are you invading. Like right now, I don't think your team is really thinking. You guys are just bored or something. You guys are just like, let's try this. Which
also like I've seen like one skill cap or someone's video, and they say like in low elo, just follow your teammates. Like sometimes, like even if it's not like the best decision, just follow them.
Yeah. So like I say, this is fine. Yeah. So you see the problem here though? Your team has no CC.
Yeah.
So like even if 5 people, you see one person, you can't do anything about it because you don't have CC. So it doesn't really do anything. But you don't really lose anything either. Like that's why I'm saying this is fine. It's like I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just whatever.
I mean, he still flashed, so it's...
Oh, he flashed? Oh, then that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't have to flash. He could have just walked out. Yeah.
I know.
Okay. So usually you want to kite it to the Gromp. You know how to kite? Like
Yeah.
It saves you a few seconds. Like right now you're walking to the Gromp, which if you kited it properly, you would be already next to the Gromp.
I feel like sometimes I'm on autopilot, so.
And same with Grom, you can kite it over to the wolves. So you're probably losing 5-10 seconds on your clear time if you add it all up. Yeah. So right now you would be looking at mid and top. So let's look at mid. Okay, so that doesn't look gankable, right? I mean, LeBlanc is pushing in, so you don't gank mid. Remember I said maybe you can gank mid after wolves. This is why we look. And after we look, we decide, okay, no. And then we look at top, remember? So we notice Timo's being pretty aggressive, so there's good reasons for you to skip Raptors and just give Timo a ward, because Trundle can do 3 camp gank top, right? So there's good reasons to. I don't think you have your ward because remember you wasted it, or in the level 1. So that's in this game it's not an option, but I'm telling you in future games you could skip your camps and go ward for the Timo. One reason you don't really need to ward for him is remember what I said, Trundle's ganks are pretty garbage. So and Trundle KL they're not that threatening. So even if Trundle ganks right now, there's a good chance Timo is fine. So you don't really need to protect him. It depends on his HP as well. And yeah, he's fine. Right now he's fine. Yeah, go ahead and play. You can do it two times speed. You see the speed down there. And I'll tell you when to do 1 times. Like right now nothing's happening, so actually pause here, or 1 time speed. So actually the better path for Warwick in general is after you do those 3 camps, right? Blue, Gromp, Wolves, you want to do red buff first. Because Warwick and Trundle, if you play Trundle, they don't do Raptors very well because you're a single target, right?
Yeah.
Raptors, there's 5-6 of them. So it just takes you so long. You might as well do the red buff. You do it faster, plus the other benefit is that red buff, it helps you clear the other camps faster. Not only that, maybe after the red buff, you don't want to do Raptors. You don't want to do Krugs. Remember what I said you might want to do? You might want to gank mid. You might want to protect Timo, right? So it's basically after every camp, like let's say you finish Raptors. When you finish Raptors, you should look at mid. You should look at top again before you do red. And same thing, same idea. When you finish red, look at mid, look at top again, and then so basically every camp you do, you keep looking shit because you don't need to full clear. You can always pivot your path to do something else. And red buff is the best buff the camp to pivot off of, right? Because of what I said, red buff is it helps you clear. It also helps you fight, right? If you gank mid with red buff, that's better than if you gank mid with raptors, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm just saying. Go ahead, play. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should, given the choice, you should do red buff before raptors. Yeah.
Correct. So only like on targets like Warwick or Trundle who have problems.
No. It still applies to actually even other junglers that
Even other junglers, okay.
Because the reasoning is not, I gave you the single target reasoning. That's just like a small reason. The main reason is because you want red buff in case you make a play. Remember I said maybe you will go top, maybe you will go mid. So you want to be ready. You want to be well prepared to do your plays. So doing red buff makes sure that you're prepared at any time with the red buff, if that makes sense.
Even if I'm playing like a full clear jungler like Arthas or Hekram, even then. So
the thing is, that's only if you plan to make a play, or like you plan to possibly make a play, right? Does that make sense? So if you're playing Hekram, you could make a play at level 3, right? You don't have to full clear. So anyone who doesn't plan to full clear, or what do you call it? Anyone who can pivot their path. Some champions only full clear, like they don't like to do anything level 3. They must get level 4. Then Raptors first is fine, but some champions, including Hekram, like Hekram can do level 3 ganks, right? So if you're trying to pivot, do the red buff first. Do the red buff first, then do your other camps. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's look at top. Can we look at top? You don't have to pause. Oh, okay. Just look at top. Yeah. Okay. It looks fine. So you're in this game, and your mid looks fine too. So in this game, yeah, your full clear is fine. Everything's fine. Ideally, you smite at the end because there is a chance that Trundle invades you right now on your red buff, and then you don't have smite.
Yeah.
And here, yep. So, well, I think he's too late, but yeah. So here.
So do I go back?
No. Oh, I mean, no. Here, actually, here is fine. Let's go. Keep playing. You're fine. Yeah, very nice. So you did what I said you might want to do, and you pivoted, right? You didn't do your Krugs, and see you're level 3, right? So yeah. And the same idea would happen, like if Trundle ganked earlier than this, and you only did Raptors, then this counter gank isn't as strong, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
And while you do this, you want to look at the bot lane. Okay. So you could possibly gank. You also want to look at your... you also want to look at your... So I think you could have ganked this. Why don't you?
I thought they were 2 though. I came back actually.
Okay. That's good. You got flash heal. Why did you go around like that? You notice what you did? You kind of walked around this wall and then walked back?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember.
Okay.
So I think I was watching mid here.
Oh.
So I was planning to go mid to help LeBlanc, and I think she W'd over, so I...
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I just clicked on Gromp and it took me the long way around.
Yeah, okay. I see. I guess you're going bot. Can I look at bot?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very nice. Can I see the wave? Okay.
I mean, still pushing into airfield, so I didn't touch it. What do you want me to look at?
Oh, you're fine, you're fine. Maybe mid. What's happening mid? So this looks kind of gankable, right? Yeah. You just have to worry. Cass might be level 6 soon. She's level 5. Oh, she's 6 right now, so now you have to kind of worry. But LeBlanc is 6, so... Where are you? Oh, you went bot.
Yeah, I was one bot again.
Not a fan. Go back. Can you go back? I'm gonna go back to before you got to bot. Go back one more. Okay. Can you pause? Pause. Let's see. Caitlyn's low, but the problem is Karma's not here. That's kind of the main problem. And we know Morgana. I believe Morgana is like on a similar timer as Karma.
Probably faster because she died and Karma had to walk back here.
Yeah. So and if Morgana's here, actually, well, it's okay. Yeah. I'm trying to.
I was hoping I would still get her even if Morgana was here, but I didn't expect her and also.
That's true. Yeah. If Trundle was not there, I think it is fine. Yeah, you know, you're okay. You're okay. I'm not gonna.
Plus, also, I see my trail, so I just cannot really help myself.
Okay. No, yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's because I was thinking mid, but you know, I think okay. And here's your mistake, though. I don't blame you. Honestly, I don't blame you. I think you just didn't know your limits because you were really close to killing Caitlyn, but you couldn't kill her. If you played more Warwick, like you would know exactly how much damage you do, and you would know that you can't kill her. So you would just back out right there, and then they wouldn't actually kill you. So that you know that comes with. If you don't, I know you don't like to play one champion all the time, right? So that will be your weakness in some games.
Well, like I've played a fair bit of Warwick, but I just don't play him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you're right.
But that's also what I'm saying. I don't really blame you. That's just you didn't know the damage perfectly, right?
So I just start the Drake here because I know Trundle can't contest it.
Yeah, he kind of can, but because you're smite, you don't even have smite actually, so he kind of can. I think he is.
Yeah, but I didn't expect.
Yeah, go back. Yeah, go back. So yeah, you can. So go back. Pause here. Actually, can you go back? I don't remember what happened before this. What happened before this? Nothing happened, right?
No, it did. Trundle went mid.
Okay, and then so you should have just went mid right here.
Yeah, I got greedy for the Drake.
And then because you don't, the Caitlyn, they already know you're there, right? They see the Caitlyn fighting the Karma, and then you see the Morgana. Once you see Morgana fighting like this, you have to leave. They already know why. They know you're on Dragon, or they guess you're on Dragon because they're fighting so hard in this river, right? And then Trundle was mid, yes, but it doesn't take him that long to go from mid to Dragon. You have to. That's kind of you not knowing how fast you do the Dragon. You don't do it that fast, especially without your smite. You didn't have smite. Yeah, that's just you not knowing how fast you take the Dragon. So I would have gone on. There's two better options. Technically, 3 better options you could have done. 1 would be go mid. 2 would be help Morgana. 3 would be just run away and do like your blue buff. All those options would have been better.
So I started ego doing the Herald.
This one's okay because you have LeBlanc. And Teemo, I think Teemo, you have to look top too. Teemo actually, it looks like Kale doesn't know, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So there's criteria for when do you do the Dragon, when do you do the Rift Herald. You have to look at what's happening in the lanes nearby, right? So Dragon, you have to look at mid and bot. Rift, you have to look at top and mid, And then when you did the dragon, your mid lost and your bot lost, right? So that's not the time to do dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, look at top. Why don't you gank that? Yeah, why didn't you gank that? Oh, it was warded, right? I believe it was warded. But
I think she was backing off when she fought.
okay, yeah, because I remember she warded that. So. But now you have ult. Yeah, it's better. I would have ulted. So why didn't you ult? Or you don't have ult? Oh, you used it before. Sorry. Okay.
No, I have it.
Oh, can you click on Warwick? The thing's bugged, I think. Okay, go back. Yeah, go back. So why didn't you ult there? Why didn't you ult there then?
I thought we would get him if I pulled off my QE combo. Like.
But look, go back again to when you were coming into the lane. Okay, I'll go back a little more. Sorry. Okay, let's watch when you and then pause it right when you get to the lane. Okay. Like pause it right now. Okay. So, do you have your W on her, or can you click on Warwick? Did you use W already? You do.
No, it's not the W on her. I think it's not the W passive on her.
Where it's on cooldown? Did you use it somewhere else? I guess.
I used it earlier, I guess. But
okay.
It's,
so you don't have W, right?
W.
Yeah, you don't have W. Look at. She has boots. You don't have boots. How do you catch her? How do you catch her? You can. If you.
I mean, I feel no. My W passive was on when I was on this thing, but I think she used a W. So she went above 50%, and I think my W just ran out.
That it could be the case. Yeah. So right now, think about it. How can you catch her? There, there's a concept, right? If she moves left and you move left, if you both move at the you do have a kind of a nice angle, but I don't. Okay, yeah, I see. You what do you call it? You don't. I'm just trying to explain. I don't think you catch her, but that's my experience. Yeah, you don't have enough experience to with like Warwick's. Again, this is like a champion thing. Like his ganks. Like the way I see it is, you can't catch her. You have to ult her. Because walking at her, she can walk away. To be fair, I think you almost can reach her with like a Q or an E. But I think by the time you reach her, it will take a while. You can't reach her immediately. So I think maybe you can reach her. But even if you can reach her, she'll be near her tower by the time you reach her, so it's no point. So you want to ult now because you want to fight her away from her tower, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So even if I don't think you even reached her, but I'm saying even if you reach her, it's not good because you're gonna reach her by the time she's near tower. So you can't really tower dive in this case. She has ult, so you have to fight her really far out and hope that it's enough. So you have to ult her. And then you can chain your fear right. You can chain everything right after, right? Basically. So, yeah, that's just your gank assessment mistake. Like you have to see that she's gonna reach tower unless you ult her, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, but in my defense, I thought my W passive.
Okay, I know, and I understand why you make the mistake. Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to catch her, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm saying even if you catch her, it doesn't matter because she's near tower. So you can hit her a few times, but you're not gonna kill her. She still has ult, right? And so you have to catch her farther out. Yeah. Oh, it looks like you got her flash though, or at least Timo pinged it. So
no, her flash was on cooldown before.
Oh, so you're just pinging it. Okay.
But I didn't know about it because he might have pinged it, but I might have missed it. So he pinged it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see your flash. I didn't see your flash. I didn't notice it. I'm wondering why don't you do the crab?
I don't know.
Okay, so usually for most junglers, it's a general rule that if you can take the crab, you take the crab first before your camps. Yeah. Okay, I think he's fine. Yeah. But now see Trundle took the crab now. And I'm pretty sure you could have taken that crab because you had top and mid prio. So if you called your Teemo, you called your Blanc, you guys would win the crab as well. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one was a good one.
Yeah. I would ping you're on the way, like to let Timo know, but I think he knows. Very nice, very nice. Okay, that salvages your previous mistake, actually.
So whatever I try to do with Herald, I just try to get the first tower wherever I can.
Generally, that's a pretty solid strategy. I mean, there's other strategies for it, but yeah, it's pretty solid, I would say. So, okay, go. Can you go back? Go back. Go back. And pause. And press X, like on your keyboard, the letter X. Does it do anything? Okay, okay. It shows you gold. So you had a lot of gold. Okay, never mind. No, sorry. Okay, okay. Go ahead. Okay, now press pause. Sorry, now press pause. Now press pause. Pause. Okay, okay. Look at your gold again. Press X. Wait, why did the gold change? Oh, maybe it's bugged. Now you have 800.
No, it changed. I think I bought something.
Okay, can I look at bot lane? You're okay. You're okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Press play. Go ahead. Look at bot lane again. So just because they're low, I would be kind of concerned about them. Yeah, you see right here. No, you're fine. But yeah, you're pretty fine actually. You kind of did what I was gonna do anyways. Like you're doing blue buff, and while you're doing blue buff, you should look bot because you saw that they're low, right? So that's you're predicting like which of your laners are in danger because you want to come counter gank, like exactly what you did. So that's pretty.
Yeah, like whenever I'm doing camp, I just try to look at my lanes.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the reason why I just don't leash. I just keep looking at my lanes.
I'm sorry. That's the reason what?
Why I don't leash the camps. I just try to look at the lanes.
Oh, that's understandable. Yeah, but as you get better, you can actually do both. Like you can leash and look.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, understandable. Yeah, I see. Okay. I don't know Warwick's limits, but if you did, you might have been able to just Q him, auto him, because you know you heal off your Qs and stuff, right?
Yeah, but Morgana was there, and I just don't want to risk it.
Yeah. I don't actually know. I don't play Warwick, so I couldn't really give you the full answer on if that was good or not. Ooh. They don't clear the ward. Okay. So, yeah, you have two options. You can clear the ward, you can do the wolves. I like the wolves. Honestly, I like the wolves into top side. You don't actually need to do the dragon. You kind of want Karma to clear that, and then if Karma clears that, then you'll have vision on the dragon. Let's see what you do.
I just feel like if I have a lead, I try to get most objectives.
Okay. Okay. That works out. Where's Caitlyn? Oh, Caitlyn wasn't there. Okay, that's really good then. Okay, doing pretty good here. Can you look at mid? I mean, I think she lost already, but oh, yeah, close. Oh, I respect you not greeting because she probably has Trundle back there as well.
Yeah.
And if you miss your ult, even worse. Can you pause here? Press X. Oh, you press X again. Did you already buy? I don't know if you. Oh, because you already bought. Okay. Look at top. Okay. Oh, this is no tower. Look at bot. Do you have ult? Oh, you have ult. Okay. Go ahead. Press play. Oh, pretty good.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, I said pretty good. You're at least fighting is pretty. Your fighting is pretty good now. Warwick, I can say. So can I ask why are you going? I'm guessing you're going Jack Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
That's the build on the internet. I just don't play without Warwick, so I just
Okay.
follow the build.
Definitely don't recommend it this game. You know why?
Let's see. The Jack Show or this bot?
The Jack Show. The Jack Show.
I think Jack Show because we don't have a front line, so I thought I need to front line. No?
That's fair, actually. I'm trying to think. Actually, I'm not sold on my opinion, actually, but I'm trying to think.
What do you think would be a better method?
What does Warwick usually go? I think.
Divine's not good here. I think so.
That's true. That's true. I'm sorry. I take back my criticism. Not sold on it, but there are reasons why it's not good. Let me tell you the reasons why it's not good. One is Trundle steals your stats, so he just takes all that resistance if he ults you. And then the second one is Cass melts you, but I don't think actually that's good enough reason. So if no Trundle, I agree with your Jack Show because Trundle, I don't like it, but your reasoning is solid that your team does need a frontline.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Radiant Virtue is like I don't know the shit item. I guess.
No, not really. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just as bad. So,
what do you think would be better method?
I don't play Warwick, so I'm sorry. I take back my answer. I think it's okay. So the thing is, when you buy it though, you kind of want to avoid Trundle because if he ever ults you, then you lose that kind of fight, if that makes sense.
I mean, if he's half as good a player, he will always ult me regardless, whatever I will. No?
Yeah, but then the Jack Show gives less. So if he's gonna ult you, it's a hard game because
he's gonna ult me regardless. So I
know.
I just have to frontline whatever.
Sorry, I take back my criticism. It's fine. It's not ideal, but it's you're in this situation. Yeah.
Because I mean, Trundle is also their only frontline, I guess. So it's just a battle of who can soak in the most damage over here.
But it's definitely Trundle. Assuming you guys are just running into each other. Trundle will last longer than you if you build Jack Show like that. But
yeah.
But I'm not sure because Divine. Uh,
I think Divine is good here. It's only Trundle.
yeah, but the thing is, remember your job is you're just there to hit Trundle as well, right? So it might actually be.
Yeah.
It depends how you want to.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it depends how you want to play the late game team fight. So we haven't even talked about that. But how do you envision yourself? You envision you're the front line with Trundle the front line, right?
Yeah, it's just whoever lasts longer in the front line.
But if he ults you with Jack Show, there's no way you last longer.
Yeah, I think I just hope to survive. My team kills him before their team kills me, something like that.
But you look at your team. You look at your team. Your team will never kill Trundle. Look at that. Who kills Trundle? Trundle builds MR. If he already built MR. He built the Merctrix. And he steals your stats as well. Your team does not have the DPS. LeBlanc, Ezreal, those are not like high damage champion, like DPS champions. They're like they have like a burst or poke, but they're not going to take Trundle down. So you guys actually have a really big disadvantage in team fights. So you should actually play to not team fight. I might know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So if you're playing to not team fight, then actually, Jack Show still is okay, because if you can just if you see Trundle, don't go where Trundle is. Fight wherever Trundle's not. Then then I can see, yeah. Go just play. I mean, we're talking in the future still, right?
That's not a good herald.
Was it just running out or what? I guess.
I think so. I mean, it's still time, but I just want to rush it.
Yeah, probably should have waited. It's gonna. Oh, I mean, right now we only see it's 2 people here. There could be 3. We don't know where Trundle is, right?
I'm just pushing them back so my herald can get a second thing in charging.
Yeah, I know. There's a good chance it cannot, but oh yeah, you actually had time to hold the herald until dragon. You see the dragon's coming up soon.
Yeah.
So definitely I would have just used it to get the dragon, like right before when you're doing dragon, you just throw herald like mid or something to waste their time, so you could take the dragon. Who is there? Oh, Timu. Oh. Where's LeBlanc? Oh, right. She was bought.
I don't know what's going on here.
You guys are getting outscaled. I don't know if you noticed.
I know.
Yeah, that's the kind of the problem. Yeah. You guys, like, you're ahead right now by a lot actually, but you're getting outscaled. Yeah. Are you trying to ult steal this? Or, okay. Nice. Kind of close, actually.
Yeah.
But you notice how hard he is. He kind of is, right? So, ideally, you play away from Trundle. So, just like run from Trundle if you can.
I mean, I thought we win there because we had
Okay.
LeBlanc and Karma was this.
But someone was hitting you other than Trundle, right? I think Morgana, and was someone else hitting you? Can you look back at that? I was actually looking. Let's see. They had Morgana, Caitlyn, or what happened to Caitlyn?
I think Caitlyn was.
Can you pause here? I kind of want to look at what's happening. Who is over that wall? Who is that? That's Morgana.
Yeah.
Morgana doesn't have items actually, so it's just Morgana and Trundle and Caitlyn, or is Caitlyn not hitting you?
Caitlyn, I think Caitlyn was
Oh,
hitting
okay,
Karma.
yeah. Okay, press play. Okay, I see. Oh, she hits you at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, you don't want to fight Trundle, right? He steals your stats, so hit anyone else. Like Caitlyn. Maybe you could have gone on Caitlyn. If you went on Caitlyn, then who was she hitting? She was hitting your LeBlanc or no Karma. Then maybe Karma would be able to. I don't remember if she died or not, but like she could kite a little bit out, and then Caitlyn has to stop doing damage. Right? Caitlyn right now is under no threat, so you should try to threaten her in that case. You know, you just can't kill Trundle in a 1v1. Or, I mean, it's not a 1v1, but... So right now it's 21 minutes, so we're transitioning to our late game, right? We already talked a little bit about late game, like your builds and how you're going to fight. I usually stop the review here because like the jungle game is over. You're just playing this rotation kind of game, like go to objectives, split push, catch people in the jungle, which I can help you with if you like. But you know, I'm a jungle coach, so I usually just focus on the jungle game. It's up to you. Do you want me to help you continue? I can.
Yeah, we can just like fast track it if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe do it like 2 times speed or something. And
yeah,
go when we see like a team fire or something like that. We can
Okay. Because I felt like I did like a good job in the jungle here. Like even after in the late game, I tried to get all the objectives, but like.
Yeah. Okay. Go back. So like, let's see this fight. This looks pretty hopeless, actually. It looks like you guys are just outnumbered. You know, you see your Ezreal and your LeBlanc. They're over there, so there's no way you just, and it's not really your fault. I mean, you didn't have to come here. You should have just let Teemo die, really. That's your play. Just let Teemo die because we see LeBlanc and Ezreal are not here, right? So you just gotta notice when it's a lost cause and when you can help, Okay, you have to 2 times speed. And I guess that costs you Baron. See, I don't know if it costs you Baron, but it might. So if you just let Teemo die, they wouldn't have killed all 4 of you. They would have killed 1, maybe 2 of you. And then they wouldn't feel so confident that they can do this Baron because you're still alive. If you're alive, there's a chance you can steal a Baron and things like that. Maybe they don't want to risk it. Maybe they do want to risk it, but then at least you still have a chance to steal it, right? Yeah. So don't die for your teammates if you don't have to. I mean, sometimes it's good to die for them, but in that case, it's not. Okay, you can fast forward again. And then you were saying before you think you did pretty good early. I agree with you. You did pretty good early performance here on Warwick. Yeah. Okay, nice. Oh. That's really good. So you should get Dragon here in a lot of cases. You do ping it. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, okay. Your team's a little late, so it's okay. That's actually really good on your team though, because when the enemy team gets Baron, usually they get all the power, but you actually stop their power just by you killing them mid.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing in this hero, like you get Baron and your team does nothing. Like
yeah, exactly.
I mean you'll see I get more Barons.
You get what?
I mean, like even in this game, I think I get one Baron and my team barely gets anything. So,
You get one what? Oh, Baron. Oh.
yeah.
Okay, that's much better. So you notice how that's much better. If you ult Trundle, like you chain CC him, he can't ult you back, right? So if you can do it, if you can like do it, oh, it actually turned out bad for you. Let's go back. Why did this turn out so bad for you though? Oh wait, go back one more. You gotta
So he flashed over the wall. I flashed after him. Ezreal kills him, but then
Oh, I see.
Morg also flash.
Yeah.
Kale, I think Kale is a big problem now.
Yeah, not only Kale, Cass and Kale both scale really well. That's what I was saying. You guys are outscaled. And not even outscaled. Look at the gold. They already caught up in gold too. So the only thing you have now is the soul, if you can get the soul, which it's actually very hard to get the soul now because, again, you guys are outscaled. So if you don't get a pick or anything like that, they'll get it. I mean, they'll stop you from getting it. Yeah.
So I feel like the reason we lost probably the LeBlanc.
Yeah, I didn't really see her do
I mean-
anything. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean,
I know. It's like, but I feel like she made a lot of misplays. Like even
yeah, I wasn't watching her this game, so I couldn't tell. But
yeah,
generally speaking, LeBlanc is not good in low elo because it's hard to play her. Like so I could
I know.
probably see that. Yeah.
Yeah, like any early game or like micro intensive champ is like not good.
Yeah, I haven't seen her do anything good. Yeah, I haven't seen anything bad, but like she's supposed to be proactive, which I have not seen. Yeah. But your team has the right idea. Split pushing is the right idea, at least. So you know how you win this game is you split push and you pick people because Warwick and LeBlanc are good at picking people in the split. While Trundle, Cass, they're better at team fighting. So you play where you're strong, which is split pushing, and they try to play where they're strong, which is team fighting. Same with Teemo. Teemo is better at split pushing, right? Versus Kale. Teemo doesn't do anything in the team fight compared to Kale. Yeah, you guys are just outscaled now, like I said. And it's still possible to win if you... Wow, that's bad. If you split push, I would say. Oh wow, you might be able to get Dragon Soul now. As I say that, you guys just want a team fight, so... Oh... Or did you? Yeah, he might kill both of you. No. Wow. That's Dragon Soul, right? Okay. Ideally, you have your team help you do this, but okay. Now the game's more winnable because of the soul. I like your force of nature. Well, so this is. I think this is a mistake right here. This is free Baron. What are you guys doing here? Trying to end the game?
I don't know. I was following my team.
Yeah, so you gotta make shot calls too as well. I mean, I'm not blaming you 100%, but you gotta make shot calls. This is free Baron right here. I guess you might get a. Oh yeah, I can. Yes, you get Baron. But you guys didn't really do anything there. I mean, you got a 1-for-1. That's it. That's okay. But you didn't really do anything. Like that was just there's a chance that you guys actually lose there, and then you lose Baron, right? So you gave the enemy a chance to get the Baron over you when you didn't have to. Yeah. I mean, right now it's fine because you got it anyways. And then remember what I said, you guys want to split push. Just stop going mid. Because mid already has the tower, right? So what happens if you go mid? Nothing. Actually, well, technically you could win the game if you ace them and then you guys are mid, but...
Yeah, but we lose the fight here.
Because remember I said you're not supposed to win team fights. I mean, you guys won like 1 or 2 team fights already, but you're not supposed to. Like, they're way better at team fighting than you. You think about top, mid, jungle. Top, mid, jungle. You guys all are worse at team fighting compared to them, so... But then look, again, top, mid, jungle. You're better than them at split pushing in all 3, so... Again, play to your strengths and do the split push, yeah. So actually, if you did the split push, you wouldn't have lost this inhib, or you might have lost it, but you would have at least gotten something. So when you did the split push, you had Baron at that time too, so it was perfect time to split push. They let me think. Can they handle your split push? They have decent tools to handle it a little bit, but you guys are way better at split pushing. Granted, most low elo players don't know how to split push, so
yeah, I think that's true.
Asking for the strategy is kind of hard. I understand that. Yeah.
I mean, even in like low elo, even if you start split pushing, your teammate doesn't understand.
Well, because the problem with split pushing is it's instead of 5 people being together, right? Everyone knows how to play 5v5. You know, it's not that hard. But split pushing is like 1-3-1 or 4-1, and imagine 1-3-1. Like in this game, I think you guys should do 1-3-1 split. Like so, that would be Teemo top, LeBlanc bot, and then the 3 of you mid. And you can go top or bot pretty quickly with your W. That's the plan, right? So, but the problem with the plan is it has many rooms to, a lot of room to fail, right? Like Teemo top, if he fails, the plan fails. LeBlanc bot, if she fails, the plan fails. Or if 3 of you fail mid, the plan fails. So like, you kind of have to play. All of you guys have to know how to play it in properly, which there's more room for error in that case compared to if all 5 of you just go somewhere. Like at least it's like it's a bad plan, but at least you're all doing it together. If that makes sense. Yeah.
So I tried to start ulting Kale because I thought she was doing the most work in the team.
But can you go? Oh, you guys actually win this. Can you go back? I was actually looking at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just. How do you not end here? I'm looking at.
We didn't have the wave.
You tank the tower. You end.
I know. Look at this. Look at this team of things.
Okay, but even without Teemo, Ezreal's fine. Oh, you guys are all leaving. You have 30 seconds. Look at that. You have 30 seconds.
I was pinging the I know I was pinging the thing, but they didn't listen.
Okay. Yeah. But you okay? I agree with you. Yeah, definitely could have ended there. Yeah, you have Jack Show, right? And now it's a good item, Jack Show, and you have the tab eyes.
I know, but
yeah, okay, and Karma Shield too, right? Things like that. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
but,
okay.
how hard it is, yeah.
I mean, this is good too. I mean, it's kind of why low elo games last so long is because people don't know how to finish the game.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's forward it.
Yeah, I actually like your build now. So, See, you notice when you ult someone, like out of position, the fight usually goes pretty well. So again, you guys are the pick comp, so you could do that. Not only you, LeBlanc can also set it up as well. I haven't seen her do it, but that's kind of how your comp would work. Yeah.
Okay, so now we have both Baron and Elder.
Yep.
But see, okay, look here. she takes like a bad fight here.
Who? Oh, LeBlanc? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She gets... Okay, yeah. Yeah, it happens.
I mean, if she doesn't take it, we end the game here.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
yeah, yeah. Okay. No, I mean, you did pretty good this game. I'm not gonna... I don't even... you know, it's a long game. I don't actually remember your mistakes anymore, so... Oh, the only one I remember is the top. And I mean, you're really minor mistakes for you, so you know.
yeah, so like they have like insane wave clear. We just
Yeah.
couldn't do anything even with both the buffs.
Against comps like these that scale really well, you want to try to end as early as possible. You know. So
I think nothing happened for a while now.
yeah, which is bad, but yeah, for you guys it's bad.
So yeah, like we didn't really get anything with the Baron buff.
Oh, you guys have Baron? I was okay. Now that it's pretty bad, but you guys are at least controlling this side really well. The thing is, you can control places well if you go first because you have Teemo, and they need to be scared of you and LeBlanc picking them. So, like the advice.
Like this guy starts 1v1ing her. I don't know why.
Oh, he got caught. Like slowed. I don't know how she still. Oh, he just got caught. Didn't respect her slows. Her just realized. Maybe he didn't know. Like, yeah.
And starts pinging. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Yeah, these fights go much better when they're not 5v5s, right? These fights you're doing, they're not 5v5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the advice I give you here is that's not much advice really. I'm telling you more about your team, what should your team do. It's not just you. I mean, I think you understand. You're doing pretty good this game. Oh. I'm surprised you still don't win here. Do you actually lose? I'm looking at the thing. It looks like.
Yeah, I guess it.
Well, how is this possible? Okay, well, no, I mean it is possible because the cast KO wave clear is high. Yeah. Your best shot was that one. You know, you have to tank the Nexus turrets. It's that one.
I know.
Again, because you gotta think it's KL and Cass. Like they can stall the game forever. I'm not really, but like pretty long. You know. And the longer the game stalls, you know, the longer the death timers are. So, you know, if they ace you here, they can reach your base. They just run down mid. They can just clear it. You know?
Oh, made a mistake here.
I respect it though. See, if you got her, you actually get a lot because Kale is top, so you would be able to get like at least a tower.
Yeah,
I respect the try. Yeah.
felt like Timo tried to split, but I guess it didn't work. He was trying to split
I'm sorry.
this
Can
time.
you say that again? What did you say?
Like Timo tried to split here and he died. I think 1v1 when we do something.
Yeah, well, because you guys are like I said, you guys it's hard to do, but there's a certain way to split push, yeah, and everyone has to do it kind of properly, right? If you die, Timo can't split push. If Timo dies, you guys can't split push. It kind of works like that. So
Yeah.
and to be fair, right now Timo can't really do anything against Kale. I mean, Kale's the strongest she'll ever be. Like this is Kale's game now. Like who kills Kale? I'm trying to think. Yeah, you need multiple people to even have a chance.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I griefed the ult here.
Yeah. You get her anyways? No? Oh. That's really good. Oof. 50, I see. I'm still surprised you don't win here. What happens here? Cass. Oh, she still has ult? I thought she ulted. That was a wasted ult. You wasted your ult right there, right? You tried to get
Yeah.
even if you hit Trundle, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Go back. You lose here. I'm assuming, right? This is the reverse, but before you ult, okay, go back one more, right before you ult, and then pause it. I guess here, pause it, or somewhere here. Okay, pause. Okay. Why are you ulting? What are you hoping to accomplish here if you ult him? And why you it's
Trying to get by some time for my team to hit the tower.
See, but the thing is, Trundle's he's not actually preventing your team from hitting the tower. Your team is like all ranged. Like you're the only melee on your team, right? So they can hit the tower for free without Trundle doing it. Like Trundle has to walk in melee range first before he threatens them. So using your ult here, I'm saying even if it hits and even if Morgana doesn't black shield him, it doesn't actually do anything. So you really need your ult right now for Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is the only champion right now that can clear these waves, that can kill your team. Like Trundle does a respectable damage, but it's not much. And again, Morgana, she's just a support. She's not gonna kill anyone. So you need your ult for the cast. Yeah, for the cast.
Yeah, I think I saw the Ezreal get hit by turrets, and I think I panicked. I tried to.
But either way, like at least ult the cast, I would say. Like it's not the right target, regardless. Yeah. And there's a good chance Morgana black shields the cast, but it looked like Morgana was more on the top side of the map, so she's kind of far from the cast anyways. So definitely would have ulted cast and then hope for the best, really. Yeah. But overall, really good game by you. I'm gonna say. You guys lose. I guess they sweep you right here. It's fine.
Yeah, they ran back.
Yeah. Overall, though, a really good game by you. I would say. I don't actually have big criticisms for you, and it's the only I mean maybe you remember, but I don't actually remember what I told you. It's the ones I can remember was the top gank, which worked out anyways. Late game is split pushing if you what do you call it? I would recommend the split push. Like I would recommend typing to my team like team on top, LeBlanc bot, or something like that. But I understand it's low elo, that might not work. And
and I think he started briefing then.
And then the two pushes you kind of failed. I mean, it's not you. I'm not like, I know it's a team game, but you have to be aggressive with your pings, or possibly type Like, so you remember when you aced, they had 30 seconds left, you had to aggressively ping the Nexus towers, and then if you want, you could type "I'll tank" or something. Just say "I'll tank" and then just ping the towers, like that. And then
Yeah, I did ping it, but like I did like spam ping.
oh yeah, you gotta get
Team
spam
was
ping. Like,
tanking
these
into-
these late game macro plays, whether it's Baron, whether it's pushing, whatever it is, you have to spam ping late game because